Talk to us about your first goal. Relive that moment for us.
Yeah, I guess just seeing a bit of space open up in front and slipped into the pocket and the ball fell down. It was pretty simple. Threw it in the boot. Didn't think too much about it, which is probably a good thing. I've probably thought a little too much in some of my previous shots and it hasn't gone too well. So I guess that one was just on instinct. Snap, quite a Gaelic-like kick. And it sailed through. I thought it was going to float wide for a second, but was pretty happy with the result.
Did you think it would take that long?
No, definitely not. No, especially in my first game. I think I had a snap at goal and kicked it behind. I thought I was pretty close, so I didn't think I would have been waiting as long as I had to. But yeah, finally happy to get it out of the way.
And just in the context of the game, I mean, obviously the result is a huge outcome for you. Do you take a split second in that moment to realise, all right, it is my first goal, or do you just get on with things?
Yeah, I don't know. You don't really get a chance to think too much about it. I guess when it happened, I was pretty pumped. The lads were up and about and stuff like that. There's quite a bit of excitement. But it was quite close to the end of the quarter. So kind of once the quarter ended, it's like a quick reset and get on with it. You forget about it pretty quickly. Yeah, footy doesn't really wait for you to be reflecting back on yourself.
I understand your parents are in the crowd for that one. What did they make of the first goal?
Yeah, they were loving it. They were up and about. Yeah, delighted. It was pretty cool to have them here, and they're very thrilled to see it.
Did they get to much footy games?
No, that would have been the third game I'd say they were at. The second game I've played in, because they got over in my first year, and they got to see the Western Bulldogs last round in 2023. But this was the first game that the result was pretty important to us, and the atmosphere was amazing.
First at the MCG?
Yeah, first the MCG. Yeah.
What did they think of it?
Yeah, they loved it. Yeah, it's pretty impressed with it.
They're going to stay for the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, they're so they're in it for the long road, hopefully.
2 weeks left.
Yeah.
I'll talk to you about your taking role. I mean, it's such an important role you play in rugby now. Do you relish that opportunity to go to these sorts of calibre of players?
Yeah, it is. It's great. It's a great challenge, and something I'd be pretty proud that the coaches obviously give me that opportunity and they trust me to match up with some of the opposition's best players, and it's a role that like gives me the opportunity for massive learnings as well, just to see how some of the best in the competition go about it.
That's it. You didn't grow up with the game. I mean, what do you make of playing on these types of players? Do you recognise that they're the game's best?
Yeah, pretty quickly you do. If you give them much space at all, yeah, it's pretty easy to see what they can do to the game. So just trying to nullify their impact and yeah, do a role for the team.
What did Scotty have to say after you go on Cubic Clothing?
Not too much. Scotty keeps it pretty simple. He just said, "Well done, mate," and we move on.
What do you learn from playing on them? Can you develop stuff from there, like learning from running with them in your own game, given like your background? I mean, the chat that the Nick Dacos have sort of come over here.
Yeah, Paddy's brought that back up, which is great.
Is it true?
I thought that
it must be accurate.
I think it was taken out of context. I think. Yeah, due to some accolades I'd won at home when I started playing GA, I think that's kind of the context that Zach was trying to use it in, and it's been slightly blown out of proportion on that one.
How transferable are the skills from that game? I mean, do you find yourself sort of thinking back to that time when you were playing Gaelic? Do you think about that much? Or?
Yeah, they are pretty transferable. I guess the biggest difference here is the game is 360 and you don't have too much time because obviously you're able to tackle here which you can't at GA, and the ball kind of throws you off as well. But it is quite similar, I guess. Like it's seen in the international rules crossover, like the series, both teams when they kind of mix the rules. So there is a lot of similarities in the game, and it has been seen previously by players who've made the transition and excelled in it.
Would you like to see international rules technology?
Yeah. I'd love to, yeah. If that opportunity came back, it would be great, and I think a lot of lads back home in GA would love it as well.
Jumping ahead a bit, but how determined are you to become the 5th Irishman to win an AFL flag?
Yeah, that is jumping out a little bit. I hadn't really thought about it too much. I was looking forward to next week, but it would obviously be an amazing thing to do. Hasn't been done by too many coming over. Obviously, Tyg had the sole mantle for years. And then Zach and Mark and now Conor McKenna. So Yeah, it would be a pretty cool thing to have.
The club's had a sort of rich history of Irishmen playing here at Geelong. I mean, you sort of talk to Zach Tilley anymore. I mean, what is it about Geelong that brings in this Irish talent?
It's an amazing club, but like Geelong as a place, it is quite similar to cities at home. Like obviously Melbourne is like big metro. It's a lot bigger than like Galway City would be my closest city at home, and it would probably be slightly smaller than Geelong. And Geelong is considered quite small in Australia. And it's got that mix of like the beaches, the country feel, like a small town like community as well, which is great. And having Zach and Mark here, and then obviously the 3 girls as well, has built quite a good like Irish community, and I'm forgetting Killian as well, which is. But yeah, Zach has been great. I've caught up with him a bit. This year he had us over for dinner and different things like that, which has been very nice.
You were footy head coach. Will you watch the semis and think about what it means for the prelim, or do you just roll in next week and say, okay, here we go?
I'd probably be more leaning towards the latter of like rolling and being like, here we go. But if the game is on, I'll try and catch a bit. In my first year when I came over, I watched a lot of footy. I actually rewatched the whole 2022 season for Geelong, all their games, just to see kind of if I could pick up things. But yeah, at the minute I wouldn't overly focus too much on footy.
Did it help? Did you pick stuff up?
Yeah, definitely. Just trying to figure out the club's game plan and stuff like that. You kind of learn different bits and pieces. But yeah, I found it good.
So you watched every minute of every game of that 2022 season, is that right?
Yeah, I passed the time in the pre-season. Definitely before I kind of got to know too many people here and stuff like that, there's not too much you can do, so I thought footy was a good way to spend it.
Well, you watched that season, you see them win the premiership in that season. I mean, how much does that make you want to experience your own success here at Geelong?
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Obviously, that day against Sydney was an unbelievable day for the club, and see the celebrations, things like that. So to be able to kind of relive that and get to experience that myself would be amazing. But obviously, we've got a big challenge ahead of ourselves first before we get on to that and get ahead of ourselves.